Hi, thank you for joining. My name is Crystal Olivarria, and I'm a career coach at Career Conversationalist. And today we're here to discuss your child is good at creative avoidance. What can you do to change it? Children usually place themselves in situations that are usually very demanding of their time as an avoidance tactic. Everyone agrees that good kids are busy with school extracurricular activities and have active social lives. Dedicating additional time to these activities and being a social butterfly is socially acceptable and is looked upon favorably. You are more likely to accept the fact that your child is busy and has less time for other responsibilities like keeping his or her room clean and applying for scholarships. The continuous over-involvement over the years becomes a lifestyle. When your child has downtime, it is easy to justify that your child needs time to recharge rather than taking care of responsibilities that have been neglected. The longer you allow your child to remain in creative avoidance mode, the harder it will be to get your child to take on new responsibilities when transitioning from a teenager into adulthood. Are you ready to put a stop to creative avoidance and help your child mature into a responsible adult? Creative avoidance creates the socially acceptable excuse, "I'm too busy," as a means to avoid situations that are challenging and uncomfortable. Rather than dealing with the root of the problem continues to grow into a weed that matures, produces seeds, and ultimately produces more weeds and excuses. Metaphorically speaking, if you want your child to become a beautiful garden, you have to pull out the weeds and toss them out and the excuses. Let's get started pulling weeds. Here are 3 common negative self-talk conversations your child has that are acting like weeds, taking up space in your child's head. 1. I don't want to pay attention to how I feel. I don't like how I'm feeling when talking about new responsibilities like searching for scholarships. If I apply, why would scholarship judges choose me as a winner? I have friends who are smarter and more talented than me. They have higher GPAs and higher SAT scores. They take more AP courses and they are better athletes. If my friends are better than me, then what chance do I have of winning scholarships? Rather than asking friends if they are applying for scholarship, your child is quietly engaging in an ongoing self-conversation that questions his or her self-worth. It is easy for your child to engage in all kinds of activities, so he or she does not have to pay attention to or have the time to acknowledge how he or she is feeling. If your child is not spending time paying attention to how he or she is feeling, then your child is not likely to strive towards seeking solutions that develops his or her confidence. 2. I don't want to try, fail, and confirm I'm a failure. In school, students are taught there are right answers and wrong answers. This leads to conditioned thinking and polar opposites. You are smart or you're not. You are talented or you're not. You win scholarships or you don't. Therefore, your child may be very hesitant to try anything new based on the fear of failing. The negative self-talk is, you were good or you're not, rather than, every master was once a disaster. Is this something worthwhile to pursue and become a master of? There's a difference between avoiding failure and seeing failure as a stepping stone to success. 3. What will others think if I try and fail? Creative avoidance is often a coping mechanism for not knowing how to handle situations if they do not turn out as planned. For example, your child is concerned that if he or she applies and does not win scholarship money, others will perceive him or her as a failure. If everybody knows I applied for a scholarship, they are going to ask me if I won. I would hate to tell everybody that I lost. To avoid these uncomfortable situations, your child may not want to even try to accomplish something he or she wants. True supporters want to see your child excel. True supporters ask questions because they are coming from a place of curiosity rather than from a place of being judgmental. Creative avoidance leads your child to being overly engaged in a wide variety of activities that are socially acceptable as a means to be too busy to address the situation and challenges that are uncomfortable. Creative avoidance usually stems from wanting to avoid uncomfortable feelings. Feelings can stem from beliefs that are untrue and are like weeds that need to be pulled in order to make room for flowers to flourish. Creative avoidance can be diminished when you understand what your child is avoiding and give your child tools to overcome the discomfort. When you understand that feelings of unworthiness are the root problem, then you can pull the weeds and negative beliefs from the roots so they don't grow back. It is normal to question one's ability and feel unworthy at times. However, it is not healthy to stay in this emotional state. Help your child move out of this emotional state by asking, what activities can my child be engaged in that develops his or her capabilities and confidence so he or she feels worthy? By reframing the situation and presenting your child with a small challenge, you provide your child the opportunity to address the discomfort in a way that says, I acknowledge the way you feel, and I'm not arguing saying you shouldn't feel that way. Rather, I'm acknowledging it and moving on to a solution of what can be done so you don't feel stuck feeling discomfort. No one likes to feel uncomfortable, and creative avoidance is a means to avoid uncomfortable feelings. Creative avoidance is commonly seen as being overly engaged in activities that are deemed to be socially acceptable. It is common to be too busy engaged in activities that prevent your child from acknowledging, I don't want to pay attention to how I feel. I don't want to try, fail, and confirm that I'm a failure. And what will others think if I try and fail? Creative avoidance can be diminished when you understand what your child is avoiding. Give your child the tools to overcome the discomfort. Observe what responsibilities your child is avoiding so you can provide the proper tools to help your child overcome the discomfort more easily. Make a list of things your child is creatively avoiding and select the one thing you want to address first. Bonus insight. If you are having trouble getting your child to complete homework and turn it in on time, it may be because your child is busy watching Netflix, gaming, and engaged in other activities that give your child something to talk about when hanging out with his or her friends. Your child may consider entertainment activities as part of having a social life, and it may take higher importance than other responsibilities. That is why it is important for your child to meet new, ambitious people who are working towards their dreams. Ambitious people engage in conversations and will ask your child what he or she is doing to work towards his or her dreams. Ambitious people don't expect your child to succeed at everything he or she tries. However, they'd like to ask a lot of questions about what your child is doing because they are curious and they want to hear about the journey. They want to celebrate the wins with your child, and they want to be supportive when times are tough. Are you concerned about how to help your child make new ambitious friends? If so, you're going to want to know about the private Facebook group that is designed with a red rope to keep ambitious people in and unambitious people out. Find out more about this group in the virtual masterclass, How to Select a Relevant Career and Afford College Without Stress or Going Broke, by visiting careerconversationalist.com/register.